And as we've promised, here is Orgil.
So, first of all, perhaps you can tell us about your time in America. That's where you started studying acting.
In 1997, I went to study in college in America, and the major I chose was theater, dramatic arts, which was quite a surprise for the American representatives from college. I wanted to go to a professional acting school. That college was more business, economics, and one Canadian guy, teacher, who taught public speech, he helped me a lot, in finding good school, and I applied for that school, went for an auditioning in Los Angeles, school called American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Was that actually in Hollywood?
Yes, it was exactly in Hollywood.
Wow.
It was exactly in Hollywood. I didn't know no one over there, and I went there, auditioned, waited for a reply for quite a few months.
Whoa, months.
Yeah. And got an answer that I was accepted.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience,
Okay.
quite an adventure. Lots of new things, yeah.
And did you meet sort of some interesting people, or anyone famous, or any good contacts there?
Yeah. While I was studying in LA, I had to work, and I did work in Beverly Hills, Hollywood, in restaurants. I did valet parking, and I would meet a lot of Hollywood stars, actually. Bruce Willis, Nicole Kidman, Andy Garcia, Steven Spielberg,
Whoa,
and Mike Myers. And I still keep $10 that Mr. Spielberg gave me as a tip. I think it'll bring me luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Or I'll give it back to him when I meet him or something.
As a tip? Okay. What do you have to have in you to be a good actor?
That's a good question. First of all, I think a lot of will, is that the right word? Will, You gotta, not passion, you just gotta want it really, as you say, big time. You must have a lot of interest in acting, I think, because I had a lot of classmates in LA, and the school policy was after first year, half of the people cannot proceed.
Oh.
Yeah, to the second year you have to have high standards for that, and I think you have to have also a little bit of talent. I don't know what you can call it, talent, and hard work. Studying. It's a very difficult job, I think.
I think a lot of people out there think that being an actor is pretty easy. You get a lot of money, and perhaps it's not quite true.
Depends on where you are acting. Yeah. Only 3-5% of actors succeed in Hollywood. The rest is just waiting tables. This is, the information that I was told by my teachers, who were all working actors. And it's not that easy at all.
And what about your experiences? You mentioned Mongolia, acting and producing and directing in Mongolia.
I did work with a lot of American, British TV and film companies, and we did a lot of things. And
like BBC, you played the Chingghis Khan?
Yes, BBC, I played the Chingghis Khan.
How was that?
It was just fantastic. It was a fantastic experience for me. It was a great experience for me, because it was just sheer pleasure to work with professionals. And I know Mongolian young people study abroad a lot, and they must study movie making. I know some kids study screen directing, and I wish them to come back to Mongolia as soon as possible, like Kwiza came, like I came, and they must develop the Mongolian movie making. And one thing I think BBC's production was very important thing about BBC production is that they introduced Chingghis Khan for the first time in a right angle, in a correct angle, in a true angle, yeah? Because the Western world's idea of Chingghis Khan was his bloody barbarian, because they didn't know, because there was no, they couldn't know, there was no correct information on him. What they did, they made a brilliant movie. In 1 hour they put almost everything. Yeah, and I value that aspect of BBC's production a lot.
So as an actor, can you cry on command?
I had an experience of crying on command,
Yeah.
actually, and I surprised myself.
And can you do it now?
No, not crying now. It's not crime program.
What do you do? I mean, how do you have to think of something very sad? I mean, how do you do that?
Well, when I had my acting teachers, yeah, trainers, I was lucky. I had a lot of good teachers. The policy in the school was every semester we would have different teacher, so we wouldn't have just one way of, you know, acting style. And I remember this Italian-American teacher who would do anything, everything, I mean, to just give us something, yeah? And she was the first person who made me cry. As a Mongolian man, yeah, I don't like much crying. But answering to your question, yeah, there are a few different ways of coming into that situation, yeah? You can think of something, or you can just become that person, a different person who's in that situation and who has to cry. And just gotta be really good actor to do that.
So, what are you working on now?
I'm working now in international project. They're making again a movie about Chingghis Khan, but this one is a full-length feature film, and I'm playing Jamukh, and we have even one actor from Inner Mongolia. Plus, we have one Hollywood star, Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, who's
The guy who played on the Mortal Kombat.
yes, Mortal Kombat, famous movie with Dolph Lundgren, I think, Little Tokyo or something.
All right, Orgil. Well, thank you very much for joining us on VoiceBox. We wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
for having me speak English. I haven't practiced it much, and now my tongue a little bit tired now. It's time to finish, I guess.
Good. All right.
Thank you very
you.
much.